Welcome. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Jenny Krichevsky, and I'm thrilled to welcome you all to the English Department Awards virtual reception, honoring our 2021-2022 Students of Distinction, scholarship recipients, and Honor Society inductees. This is the English Department's second annual scholarship reception. And if you were present and remember last year's event, you may remember that this event is to honor and shine a bright light on our amazing students. We're excited to again gather virtually to honor all of the department student scholars tonight. So I'd like to first acknowledge that we are broadcasting from the traditional homelands of the Yokuts and Mono peoples. And thank you to our Dean, Nora Chapman, and Associate Dean, Sergio Laporta from the College of Arts and Humanities for your ongoing support. Much gratitude as always to Munja Yunye and Sheila Sorensen in the College of Arts and Humanities Development Office. Thank you to Department Chair Melanie Hernandez, English staff Lisa Galvez and Jefferson Beavers. Immense gratitude to our student assistants, Miley's Carney, Hermelinda Hernandez Monjaras, Sidney Hinton, and Mary Sosa. And shout out to the organizing committee for this event, myself, Jefferson Beavers, Melanie Hernandez, Brynn Saito, René Rodríguez-Astacio, and Stephen Church. Jefferson and Stephen are managing the Zoom room tonight. So just a few Zoom related reminders. First, we ask you to keep your microphone muted tonight. We have lots of speakers who will be muting and unmuting, so please stay on mute if you are a guest. We will be spotlighting the main speakers, and we will also have videos and slideshows. So we recommend the speaker view for the best viewing experience. We do have live captioning enabled. If you'd like to see subtitles, at the bottom of your screen, click on live transcript, then show subtitles. We invite you to use the reaction emojis at the bottom of your screen to show your love for our students. Lots of hearts, lots of applause, lots of that triangle confetti thingy. And we also invite you to use the chat function to give shout outs and praise to our amazing awardees. Okay, so I'd like to now welcome my incredible colleague, Dr. Melanie Hernandez, who is the chair of our English department and whose absolutely indefatigable and uncompromising support of our students continues to inspire and energize. Please welcome Melanie Hernandez.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening to recognize our amazing students in the English department. Tonight is a little different from many of our other department events where we showcase student work. Tonight is all about bragging, about screaming from the rooftops how proud we are of these students and to make sure the whole world knows. On top of that, we get the additional pleasure of seeing our students receive scholarships and awards that recognize their hard work and help move them a little closer to achieving their goals. What's also special about tonight is that we get to hear from our students in their own words about their experiences and especially about the people in their lives who've helped them reach their current levels of success. The program we have planned for you this evening spotlights some of the best talent that Fresno State has to offer. These students have all earned the respect of their faculty and peers. They're a credit to our community, and they're just all around wonderful human beings. So I'm glad you could be here tonight to celebrate their successes with us. So with no further ado, let's get on to the show. Thank you.
We are excited to open and close tonight's event with readings of creative work by two of our student writers. And I'd first like to welcome Phoua Lee. Phoua is an undergraduate creative writing major at Fresno State. She enjoys collecting journals that she never writes in, relatable, saving sodas for 3 a.m. when the inspiration hits, and believing there's a little bit of magic in everything. Phoua is also one of the first members of the Sigma Tau Delta Honor Society I got to induct last year, and now she's going to be presenting her amazing poetry at this year's Sigma Tau Delta National Convention. So please welcome Phoua Lee.
Yay. First of all, congratulations to all our scholars tonight, and thank you to family and friends who are attending. I'm honored to share with you all my poetry, and let's get started without further ado. My first piece is titled Noetic Bacchanalia. I park the car, but forget to put it on park, so that it rolls itself to ruination somewhere beyond the cornfield, disappearing, like a city forgetting its name, I run through the field. I am the car. I am the car. I am. I sounded like a wildfire. I am. Same way the mind of a widowed storm names itself by the ground it's touched. On my hike, a wolf speaks to me. I'm so hungry, I could eat you up. One vehicle incident later, the front of a tourist bus busts his candid skeleton. We take him in as an experiment for Vet Science 101. And he's there and he's open and there's no heart. The anatomy's all wrong. God, I've lost it. I'm nuts. I met a girl I thought I could love, but she had an uncanny obsession with hole punchers and strung 2 of my teeth on a line of vinegar twine, which she had knocked out during one of our frenzied kisses. Someone told me if I could take my queerness and place it in my palm, I'd have a snow globe of wildfires, unblinking in aquatic confines. Hence my gay love equals immortality. Apparently Skittles taste the same without the coloring. And there's this pretty girl I met on Lavender Lane and she's opening her palm to me, eyes closed. We'll test it. She buries the colored bead between the meat of her tongue, rolls it good in her cavern mouth, sucking the flavor clean like marrow off bone. Red, orange, yellow, purple, hits the mark every time. Apparently Skittles taste the same for 2 people when shared, spit slicked between voracious mouths. Okay, I'm losing it. I walked to her house 2 a.m. and saw the smallest sunrise in her bedroom window and tasted thirst for the first time. And it tasted nothing like a thick layer of salt crammed under the palate and everything like her ghost crawling back out my throat. But we're in the car and I forgot to put it on park. So we're propelling through the cornfields like we're tied to vinegar twine. And someone's pulling us by the end of the string. And she tells me I have no heart and I feel like roadkill wolf, but mostly I feel like a vehicular incident and I'm hole punched. And she kisses me, tells me I'm so hungry I could eat you up. Her tongue turns me into a city, forgetting its name, and I become the smallest sunrise in her bedroom window. That's the end of that piece. And this next piece is titled Retend the Morning Garden. Doctor says 2 years until the heart stops beating, unless a medicine miracle. And in the car, Mom prefers the Highland panorama over my wavelet eyes. The Asian corner supermarket embalmed in a quiet, only the mute gap after tree fog can provide. Dad on his venture to find me the best can of lychee. His curled eyes scouring every label and expiration date, unlike his uneasy rushed gaze on my medical report. He turns to me cradling a canned treasure that outshines the thoracic shudder in his eyes, a hide and seek game of emotion. How infrequent did I meet his lucky fortune cat grin, beckoning me into spirit, same way a feather grows back, like how Mom in the Joss paper aisle hacks through plastic covered stacks, despair profound like the charred end of an incense stick. She rifles through filigreed sheets, imprinting her maternal questions, like how a finger archives its name by pressing flesh. Generations of shaman blood in our family. And for what? For what? What spiritual healing? What soul calling? What do we call the soul that refuses to return? But look here at how Mom and Dad tripwire grief, how they coalesce into one entity of inquiry. Grief makes us whole by making us less. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Will. So I'm excited to again be introducing the newest inductees to the Sigma Tau Delta English Honor Society, which confers distinction to students who show high achievement in English language, literature, and writing. The charge of each Sigma Tau Delta chapter is to promote local interests in the art of language and the written word. So it is a gift to have our chapter be surrounded by such a rich culture of writing, such as we have at Fresno State. Our chapter is experiencing a secondary revival this semester, and our new inductees have already gathered twice to dream and plan for what is ahead of us, including the ways that we can collaborate with all the other amazing literary and creative writing organizations at Fresno State. So stay tuned for that. This year, we have 19 inductees, which is 3 times as many as last year. And here they are. Our first inductees are Alexander Abraham and Amanda Umbries. Next are Kendra Barton and Michelle Bergeron. Next are Audra Burwell and Aidan Castro. Next are Liliana Gomez and Nayeli Guerrero. Next are Mia Hernandez and Evan Hill. Next are Noah LaFleur and Hannah Leese. Next are Charlene Lumpkin and Shannon Madelone. Next are Melinda Medeiros and Lindsay Norton. Next are Delaney Olmo and Laura Thor. And our final inductee is Nathaniel Van Dyke. So let's give them a round of applause and congratulations to all the inductees. Okay, I'd like to now introduce Professor Brynn Saito, co-chair of the Creative Writing Scholarship Committee. Please welcome Brynn Saito.
Good evening, everybody. I'm very happy to be here tonight to honor our students. Once again, it hasn't been an easy academic year, and our students continue to persevere and find their creative voices, much like we saw in the beginning with Wa's amazing poetry. Wa, that was just stunning. Thank you so much. So we're very excited to be here to honor the students as they found their creative voices this year in the midst of all of the ups and downs. I'm delighted to introduce tonight the Ernest Bank, Philip Levine, Solvang, and CG Hanslacek Scholars in Creative Writing. Many thanks to the families and donors who have supported our students as they've pursued their creative goals in the MFA program. Your support has made these awards possible. Your presence in our department means so much to our students, both financially and emotionally. These awards give them money, of course, but also affirmation and encouragement, which go quite a long way in these times. These 4 awards support students who demonstrate excellence and artistic potential in creative writing. The Solvang Scholarships are for students with a particular interest in Hmong or Asian American culture, with special thanks tonight to Chuck and Diane Hanslacek, Ernie Bank and the Bank family, Solvang and the families and friends of Philip Levine. This year, we asked the 4 recipients to share a few words about the impact these scholarships have made them, and we're going to show you a short video with their remarks now.
Hi, my name is Shelby Pinkham, and I'm a 3rd-year MFA student at Fresno State. I'm also the 2021 recipient of the Bank Family Scholarship. This award has not only helped me with the financial responsibilities of a student, But more importantly, this scholarship establishes Fresno State as a college that is still dedicated to supporting artists and writers. This fact reminds me of why I am proud to be a creator in the Central Valley. To the Bank family, thank you for your continued support, not only to me, but to other aspiring writers.
Hi, my name is Lily. I am a second-year MFA student studying fiction here at Fresno State. I am also the 2021 recipient of the Philip Levine Scholarship for Creative Writing. Firstly, I just want to give a sincere thank you to the family of Philip Levine for your ongoing support of emerging writers like me. Over the past year, my writing journey has become less of a solitary one. This award has given me the financial support to continue growing and learning with my fellow Hmong American poets and writers, along with my peers and professors in workshop. For those reasons, I am grateful to be a recipient of this award that has allowed me to enter into the writing community here at Fresno State. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Vang, and I am the recipient of the Solvang Scholarship Award. As of right now, I am in the midst of composing 3 collections of poetry, a collection of love poems, a collection of poeticas, and a Hmong American epic poem. With the funding from this award, I have not only been granted the ability to write poetry, but to also spend time examining and developing myself as a professional writer. There's more to the Fresno State MFA program than writing. There's a vibrant community of peers and mentors. The scholarship allows me to devote more of my time interacting with this community at home so that I stay rooted not just to words, but to the people. In the end, the scholarship is a reminder that my own end goal as a writer should be to ultimately find a way to directly give back to future disenfranchised and underprivileged students such as myself. Thank you for the support and the perspective.
I want to give a huge thank you to Chuck Hanslachek for gifting me with your Family Fellowship Scholarship and for championing writing with precision and clarity. I feel very grounded and moved when I read your work to find the same sort of balancing act in my own thesis. I keep coming back to a few lines of yours in particular whenever I feel very uncertain. There's all the time in the world for misery. It's the world's specialty. Death will hold up a mirror we are meant to measure our lives in. Thank you for your words and your contribution to my life and education.
Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations to all of our awardees. Next, we'd like to acknowledge the recipients of our non-resident fee waiver awards. These awards support qualified graduate students who come to Fresno State from outside of California. They're awarded by the Office of the President, and they're sponsored by the Division of Research and Graduate Studies. So we'd like to thank tonight Dr. Joy Goto, who is the Dean, for her support. We have 4 recipients this year, and we ask them to share a word of gratitude for their families who are supporting them back home. And we have some slides with the awardees. First, we have Miley's Carney. The next awardee is Sidney Hinton. Next is Catherine Neves. And our final awardee is Sam Hitty Tripp. Congratulations to the awardees of the non-resident fee waivers. We're so glad you made the leap to pursue your graduate degree here at Fresno State. Next, I'd like to introduce the Edward and Alberta Brown Scholars in Creative Writing. These awards support liberal arts students studying creative writing and literature in the MFA program. And we have special thanks tonight for the Brown family and to our Dean, Nora Chapman. We have 7 recipients this year, and we asked them to share a word of gratitude for a mentor at Fresno State, and we'll play you those slides now. Our first Brown Scholar is Callie Camara. Next is Hermelinda Hernandez Monjaras. Next is Juan Huerta. Next, we have Andrea Marin Contreras. Next, we have Brian Rojas. Next is Alberto Saldaña Uribe. And our final Brown Scholar is Sam Hitty Tripp. Congratulations to all of the Brown Scholars. I'm so lucky to have had the chance to work with all of you. And I'll say you're a very delightful and extremely daring group of poets and writers. Thank you all. Next, I want to introduce the Andres Montoya Scholars in Creative Writing. The Montoya Award supports students who demonstrate excellence and artistic potential in creative writing. They're also for students with a particular interest in Chicanx culture and history. Tonight, we give special thanks to Museo Montoya and to the whole Montoya family for their generosity. We have 2 recipients this year, and we asked them to share a few words about the impact these scholarships have made on them. So our first awardee is MFA in Creative Writing student Aidan Castro, who is studying poetry.
Hi, I'm Aidan Castro. I just wanted to express my sincere gratitude for having the Andres Montoya Creative Writing Scholarship and how deeply appreciative I am of being one of the recipients. I'm grateful for your support. Thank you so much.
We will move to our second scholar, Hermelinda Hernandez Monjaras. Hermelinda?
Hi, I'm very grateful to the Andres Montoya Scholarship. It has helped me with my financial need and with my course supplies. I'm very grateful to Marcel Montoya and for his full support. I'm just very, I was reading earlier today some of Andres Montoya's poetry, and it just made me realize that he is a master of craftsmanship with words, and I'm just extremely grateful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hermelinda, and thank you so much, Brynn. And congratulations to all of our scholars of creative writing. I'm truly always in awe of the writing that happens here. So next, I'm delighted to introduce the newest member of the English faculty, my wonderful colleague, Dr. René Rodríguez-Astacio. René is also a member of the English Department's Scholarship Committee. Please welcome René Rodríguez-Astacio.
Good evening, and thank you for introducing me, Jenny. I am so excited and thankful to be able to join my new colleagues and such a wonderful group of students whose work and effort we're honoring tonight. Your passion and commitment to your academic journey is admirable, and I hope this ceremony shows how grateful we are for having such a rich and brilliant student community in our English department. My heart is full. So next we have the Carol Moon and Frank and Roxy Moradian Scholars. We are pleased to acknowledge these awards from the College of Arts and Humanities. These awards support students who demonstrate academic excellence in pursuit of their degrees within the college. With special thanks to our Dean, Nora Chapman. We have 3 recipients this year, and we ask them to share a word of gratitude for a mentor. All right, so our first awardee is Sheriana Irvin. Next is Melinda Medeiros. And our final awardee is Alexis Garcia. Congratulations to all the awardees. Next, we're excited to acknowledge the College of Arts and Humanities Dean's Gansel Scholars. These awards support students who demonstrate academic excellence in the College of Arts and Humanities and who demonstrate involvement within their communities. Again, with special thanks to our Dean, Nora Chapman. We have 3 recipients this year, and we ask them to share a word of gratitude to the college and the university. Our first awardee is a bachelor's degree English education student. Please welcome Ivan Villanueva.
Thank you. So hi everyone, my name is Ivan Villanueva, and I just want to say thank you to the donors and thank you to the selection committee for this opportunity. I am a full-time senior at Fresno State, and if everything goes well, I will be the first in my family to graduate this upcoming May. So that's really exciting. I can't express how thankful I am for your financial support towards my education. The funds have been really helpful in terms of like my school material or even just gas, because I'm a commuter and I drive almost 2 hours to Fresno State and then 2 hours back home. So it's been a big help, and I'm just really grateful. So yeah, thank you so much, and bless you all, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ivan. Our second awardee is an MA English student studying literature. Please welcome Ryan Bilbee.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for the introduction. I'm Ryan, and very honored to have received a scholarship. Thank you to the selection committee, the donors, It's getting scholarships has really helped me worry less about finances and just focus on my scholarship and my own studies and not have to worry so much about getting separate jobs and going back to working in the food industry, especially during COVID. So I'm glad to not be doing that anymore. And it's just a great thing to be part of the College of Arts and Humanities and just participating and hanging out with people that are as passionate as I am about literature and studying such as well. I'm sorry, there's cats around and they're hungry. They're being a bit obnoxious. But thank you again.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Our third awardee is an MFA in creative writing student studying creative nonfiction. Please welcome Sidney Hinton.
Hi, all. I'd like to say thank you to Dean Chapman and the rest of the Dean's Council Selection Committee, as well as the financial donors for this honor. To say I'm thankful to be a member of the College of Arts and Humanities would be a severe understatement. Getting the opportunity to learn from my peers and from all the wonderful professors here has made a world of difference on my writing, but not only that, not having to worry as much about financial situations and whatnot with this scholarship has been a really big blessing. So thank you for welcoming me here all the way from Illinois and for allowing me to grow here in Fresno. So wouldn't have been able to do it without the support of the faculty and staff here as well. So many endless thank yous.
Thank you so much, Sidney. And thank you so much to all our awardees for your heartfelt words and congratulations on your well-deserved recognition. These next awards support students who demonstrate excellence and scholarly potential in English, with special thanks to an anonymous donor and with special recognitions to Professors Emeriti Eugene Somwald and Chris Henson. We have 5 recipients this year, and we ask them to share a word of gratitude for a friend or family member who has helped them in their academic journey. Our first awardee is Alexander Abraham. Next is Janette Lopez Villalobos. Next is Faith McKesson. And our final awardees are Aaliyah Droker and Alexis Garcia. Congratulations to all the awardees. And it is my special honor to share with you our department's very first Professor Emeritus Cheng Lok Chua Scholar. This award supports a student who demonstrates excellence and scholarly potential in English with a demonstrated interest in multi-ethnic literatures. With special recognition to Professor Emeritus Cheng Lok Chua and to English faculty Samina Najmi, who have devoted many hours to the development of this new scholarship and to engage with our community supporters to build it. We have one recipient this year, and we asked her to share a few words about the impact this scholarship has made on her. Please welcome BA English Education alumna and single subject English teaching credential student, Maiyang Lor.
Hello. I just want to first thank the Dean's Council of College of Arts and Humanities for awarding me the Cheng Lok Chua Scholarship. Thank you also to everyone who's here tonight with us for the English Studies Award event. All my professors and classmates who supported me during my journey. When I was first notified of being the inaugural Cheng Lok Chua Scholar, I was in a difficult financial situation. I also had to commute from home to my school site on an almost daily basis as a student teacher. So I was uncertain of where I can get that extra financial support for gas costs or supplies I needed as a student teacher. After being awarded the scholarship, I received a morale and self-confidence boost. I also received a reminder of that Fresno State, the English department faculty and staff, and my classmates had always supported my goals and what I envisioned for my future. Hence, I was able to concentrate better on my student teaching and did extremely well on my teaching sample project. Again, thank you.
Yay. Thank you so much, Maiyang. And thank you so much, René. And congratulations to all of our scholars of English. So tonight's event is part of an annual College of Arts and Humanities Arts in Motion showcase, celebrating the passions and accomplishments of our students. Arts in Motion culminates Saturday the 26th in a special event that honors scholarship recipients and students of distinction. And we'd like to introduce you to the English department's 3 students of distinction who are also our nominees for the college's Dean's Medal. And to do that, I will welcome back to the space Dr. Melanie Hernandez. Welcome back, Melanie.
Hello again. The English department students of distinction are the very small handful of graduating students whose names the department puts forward as Dean's Medal nominees. The Dean's Medal is the highest honor conferred on a graduating student from the College of Arts and Humanities, which means that as our department's nominees, these 3 students are the people who we have selected to represent our department. And we have a very proud record in the English department. We have 5 Dean's Medalists in the past 4 years, so yeah. This is all to say that the 3 students I am about to introduce are top shelf. They are excellent. They are in excellent company and can absolutely hold their own amongst former medalists. You'll recognize our first student of distinction as one of the recipients of the Zumwalt Scholarship. Our undergraduate student of distinction representing English with a focus in English education is Janette Lopez Villalobos. Janette is the first generation child of Mexican immigrants who gave up everything, including their own educations, to build a better future for their kids. And their sacrifices produced an amazingly talented and hardworking daughter with an extremely bright future as an English educator who is committed to serving and uplifting future generations of Central Valley students. Janette completed her BA in fall 2021 and is currently enrolled in the single subject English credential program. She graduated summa cum laude, but what that honor doesn't say is that she maintained a 4.0 her entire time at Fresno State, even amidst the social and economic hurdles of the pandemic. Janette is recipient of the Adelante Mujer and Eugene Zumwalt scholarships, among others. There's a list. She's just all around amazing and an inspiration to others. Please welcome our BA student of distinction, Janette Lopez Villalobos.
Wow, thank you so much for the introduction. Well, first and foremost, I would like to thank the incredible English department for selecting me to be the undergraduate Dean's Medalist. Having been selected by people that I highly admire and that inspire me every day, I was and still am completely over the moon. The English department, my peers, the Writing Center, the Scholarship Foundations have made this into one of the most meaningful experiences in my life. To the English faculty, I want to thank you for reinvigorating my love for reading that I had as a child, transforming the ways that I saw writing, explaining dense text in the most captivating ways, and for providing me with such fantastic mentorship. And then I think as a lot of students, you know, we deal with a lot of self-doubt, and I want to thank all of you for believing me and seeing potential in me. And I shared with Dr. Mandeville a few weeks ago that I really miss seeing all the English faculty on a daily basis, but I hope to carry all your teachings and emulate them in all my future endeavors. And then I would also like to thank the people behind the scenes, mi madre, mi padre, mis hermanas y Dios. They are the pillars of my life, and I dedicate all my recognitions to them. Their hardworking values and their encouraging words have propelled me forward all these years. And as a first generation student, I also thank my ancestors and all those who came before me, and I hope to pave the way for those who will come after me.
Y'all see what I mean? I mean, come on, one more hand for Janette. Okay, moving along. This year's student of distinction representing the MA in English is Mary Sosa. Mary is completing her MA with an emphasis in rhetoric and composition. She is a publicly engaged scholar to the core with deep investments in the people of her community. Her thesis is titled, "We're Learning Together, Supporting Volunteer Tutors Through Ongoing Training, a qualitative study of Fresno County Library's Adult Literacy Center." She conducted her research while working with Fresno County Public Library's Adult Literacy Center, where she collaborated with literacy staff and created a professional development curriculum to support adult learners. Professor Bo Wang describes Mary as one of the best performing graduate teaching associates who's joined our writing program in years, which explains why Mary was selected to work alongside the directors of composition at Fresno State as our assessment assistant to help improve the first-year writing curriculum in support of first-year writing students. This introduction barely scratches the surface of Mary's contributions to the department, but for the sake of brevity, please know that she is universally regarded across this department with respect and deep affection, and we can hardly wait to see what the future has in store for her. Please welcome our MA student of distinction, Mary Sosa.
Thank you so much. Man, you make me sound great. I'd like to first thank, the English department for nominating me. When I heard that I was nominated, I'm like, oh dang, there's like a lot of rock stars in my department. So it means a lot to be seen and thought of so highly by folks that I also regard very highly. And just the mentorship that I've received from the folks here has been so monumental. Of course, from my thesis work that you've heard, I want to thank the library literacy staff for their work and for choosing to work with me. It's one thing to want to work with the community, but it's another thing for your community partners to trust you and to give that time to work with you. So it was really just an honor to be allowed in that space and to be trusted. Of course, I want to thank my family, my husband right there, for their support. I want to also thank my peers at City and at Fresno State, because as a first generation student, I see my peers and they're the ones that it feels like college, that college thing is real, that you can do it because they're doing it too. They're the first ones going through it with you. And it's just so meaningful. And I feel like I couldn't have gotten this far without their mentorship and following in their footsteps as well. And lastly, I'd like to thank all the donors for the scholarships, for, I don't know how to like pretty say it, but like for putting their money where their mouth is, like for supporting us and seeing the important work that we do and how we can make our impact in this department. So thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mary Sosa. Okay, and last, but certainly not least, Carolina Mata is this year's student of distinction representing the English department's MFA creative writing program. Born in Fresno and raised in the Coachella Valley, Carolina self-identifies as a queer Mexican-American writer, editor, and bruja from the MFA fiction program with an emphasis on editing and publishing. She had me at bruja. She is a graduate of Fresno State's English BA program and is currently completing her MFA thesis, Read in the Roots, a collection of short stories and poems which can be described as grounded magical fiction that spotlights the voices, lives, and work of the Latinx metaphysical community in Fresno. She has served as senior editor of the fiction to the Normal School magazine since 2020 and currently serves as vice president of the San Joaquin Literary Association. Carolina has been a teaching associate for the first year writing program, led workshops for the Young Writers Conference, and worked alongside Professor Blackburn on the Summer Cal Arts zine and virtual workshops. Next, she plans to teach at the college level and to start her own literary journal that focuses on experimental genre fiction from BIPOC, queer, fat, and disabled communities. She has ambitions to match her talent. Please welcome our MFA student of distinction, Carolina Mata.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hernandez. Thank you all for sharing this space with me. Thank you so much to the faculty in my department for this nomination. When I say it is a truly humbling and shocking experience, I really mean that, and more than anything, it is deeply touching. I try to simply do the work and keep my head down to do the work. And every once in a while, when I look up, I see something incredibly beautiful, and that is my experience here in this program. So thank you all for that. Of course, I'd like to thank my thesis committee, including Vanita Blackburn, Roger R, and Brynn Saito for their guidance, as well as the rest of the faculty in my program. It's been a growing experience professionally and personally, especially in the most recent years. And the kindness of my peers, I cannot stress enough the reassurance and the comfort and the family that I have built here in this program because of my peers and my cohorts. So I thank them all, along with my family back at home in the Coachella Valley, my family within the writing community, my family within the spiritual community, and my spiritual team all around. So thank you so much for this.
Yeah, always like, they got me again. Thank you so much, Janette, Mary, and Carolina. Thank you so much, Melanie. Many congratulations to our students of distinction. And to close our evening, I'm very excited to welcome the poet Delaney Whitebird Olmo to the space. Delaney is an educator and writer of mixed Indigenous and European ancestry. She is an enrolled member of the Kashaya Band of Pomo Indians, a third-year poetry student in our MFA creative writing program. Delaney serves as a senior poetry editor for the Normal School magazine, and she has worked as an editorial assistant for the Philip Levine Prize for Poetry Contest. She is a Desert Nights Rising Stars Fellow, and she received a 2021 Open Door Career Advancement Grant from Poets and Writers. Delaney's work, which focuses on myth-making, decolonial identity, and intergenerational trauma, has been published widely in magazines and journals, including News from Native California, Hive Avenue, and the Watershed Review. Delaney's performance tonight is extra special because we are also recognizing her as our department's very first Larry Levis Scholar in Creative Writing. This new award supports a student who demonstrates excellence and artistic potential in creative writing. With special recognition to the Creative Writing Alumni Chapter and friends, especially Jefferson Beavers, Ronald Zerigian, and Miley's Carney, who have devoted many hours to the development of this new scholarship and to engagement with our alumni and the Fresno writing community to build it. Delaney will share a few brief words of gratitude for the Larry Levis Scholarship, and then she will read from her work. Please welcome Delaney R. Whitebird Olmo.
Hi, everyone. So I'll go ahead and speak first about the scholarship. And I just want to say that I'm really thankful for the opportunity, and it's made a big impact on me in my MFA journey. I want to thank the Fresno State Alumni Association, and obviously Larry Levis I have to thank as well. I want to thank everyone who's continued to support me as I work on my thesis, such as Vang, Anthony Cody, and of course, Brynn Saito. Very thankful to all of you for the input you've given me. And I lastly want to thank the Fresno State MFA community. Without you, I would not have developed my writer voice. So thank you so much to all of you, and I appreciate you all so much. Okay, so I do have two poems that I want to share, and I feel like I should share my screen because that way you can kind of see how the movement of the poem functions. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. Okay. So the first poem that I have, there are some Pomo words. I'm not going to translate them, but I will read them the best that I can. Salt the bones afterward. In old times, we were the kinship of chiefs, when this mountain was our homeland, miles stretching out in union with the sea. Today, I am the pale mixed Indian stranger. Tomorrow, I am the shattered oak bleed. I am the citadel reconciled. I am the offering dear flesh. I am the restless eve pigeon. Winamabakea. The moon will impostor the sky. Grandmother weaves earth into her gray and ebony bun, parting willow strands with her resilience. I am Dono Ama. I am tired as the unaware beaver who displaces gathered wood before the water storm peaks. I am Suti Masoya. The land is our storyteller, whose collected aura remains immune to the visible corner monarchs. I am just another passerby. I drop my enrusted hair over my sacred oral lineage. Winama Bakea, resist and hear birds sing. And then my second poem I'll read. After the autumn hidden forage. Wandering spirit, you watched your home burn away, fingerings loosening grip over those thinning arms. Inyo wedges between us until you become the quieting thunder. To awaken inside star-filled caves unrested, transform those winged mountains so tired spirit can reach your voice. Songs beneath Cabo and Kale, drum to the skeletons and insert old lives into the bodies of drifting fish, tethering your story. I am forbidden to locate your apple orchard memory. All I could seed was the language chord. Will you become a waterfall incapable? Tell your thunder to remember us, the brief dreams in passing, together and without. I am whole and incomplete. Ceremonial gold moon, save your presence for next season's final hunt. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much. And can we give one more round of applause to our poetry readers tonight? Okay, so as you've seen tonight, we have so many extraordinary students. It's a real honor to cheer them on and see them do this incredible work and be inspired by them always. So to support our students, you can visit our website, fresnostate.edu/English, and then click on support. You can talk with me, talk with Dr. Hernandez, our chair, and talk with Jefferson Beavers, our staff. Our email addresses are on the department website. So thank you and good night.